Hi guys, welcome back to Relatable Stories series where I tell you stories or occurrences in my life and then we relate it to a story or an occurrence or a teaching, in the Bible, and then we pick a lesson or two and we call it a story. So hey, this one, my parents will be watching it and I'm like, our daughter, you mean her? How? But anyway, I'm sorry. Yes, it is me, and I'm still the same good daughter. Yes. uh I feel like my parents at some point, if they ever told something, let's say bad about me, they won't believe it. Anyway, to the story. So this is a few years back, and I know I'm growing old. So this is a few years back. You remember when in high school we had these friends that we used to exchange mails with? Yeah, I had. Okay, I'm not going to say several. I had a friend. I had a friend I used to exchange mails with. Barely met. Obviously, we were in high school and we lived. I think he lived in Nairobi. Me, my hometown. So we never met. Definitely. And then he had one photo in Facebook. I don't think I had any because in high school this lady was bald. Like I used to shave. Yeah, even in high school. I used to look the way I wanted to look. Let's just say that. Anyway, and so fast forward after high school, we go to uni. It's first year of university, and there's this big university you've heard of, KU. I was in JKUAT, and for those who are not from Kenya, there are some big universities in Kenya. So I was in one of them, and then in 30 minutes drive, there's another big university, which is called Kenyatta University, which we refer to it as KU. And there are many other universities. I know you people will come for me telling me, oh, so as we are in the others. Anyway, the story is centered around three unis. And the meeting point is KU. That's why I mentioned KU. So I'm from JKUAT, and we decided with a few friends of mine, you know what? Let's go and see KU. And it's a big uni. I think it has a hospital inside and whatnot. So we say, okay, let's go and visit one of our friends in KU. Hi, Mogs. Yeah. So, long story short, we go to KU, and we four of us, I think 4 or 5 ladies, and then we bump. And I'm saying bump because I'm not sure if anything was planned. I had no contacts with any of the people we bumped into. So there's this group of, I think, 6 guys, 3 of which we were in the same primary school with, but had not met or at least for me, had contacts with in high school. And I didn't even know where which high school they had gone to. Anyway, so 6 guys, 3 from the same primary school, and then the other 3, the other 3, 2 of them I had never seen them, I didn't know them, and then one just looked familiar. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So the familiar guy is my friend from high school who we used to exchange letters, who I'd only seen one photo in Facebook. And so he's also like, oh, you're so and so, oh, you're Emily, and 1 2 1 2 exchange contacts. Everyone goes back to their uni at the end of the day. I don't think we even spent time with them. Anyway, fast forward at maximum 2 weeks, but I think it was a week. He reaches out and he's like, no, we were talking all this while, and then so one day he's like, oh, I want to come and see you in JKUAT. And I'm like, okay, there's nothing bad with that. And he comes over, and so after the time he was there, he goes back to his university. He goes back to his university, and I think in a week's time, again, maximum 2 weeks, but I think it was in a week's time, there was a prayer night in their university, which I had a very close lady friend from high school who was in that uni who invited me for the prayer night. And I was like, okay, I'll come. Again, I'll get to pray. And on the flip side, I will also get to meet this guy again. And so I tell him, oh, I'll be coming for this prayer night that is happening in your uni and whatnot. And he's like, yeah, sure, nice. And then he told me there's a freshers bash which is happening the same weekend and he's going with his friends. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. So when I land in the university, I didn't fly there, but anyway, when I get to the university, I tell him I'm there. We meet somewhere on the road. They were, I think, going for the freshers bash. Say hi. How have you been doing? Whatnot? Yeah, that's it. And then my friend and I will prepare and we go for the prayer night. On Saturday, we sleep in the morning because the prayer night was Friday night. We sleep on Saturday all till noon, and then after that, we went to my cousin's place. My cousin was also in the same uni. We spent the afternoon together, and then in the evening, we go back to the hostels where I was staying with my friend from high school. Hi, Vicky. Yeah. So I'll stop this Luya behavior. You guys, I studied in Western. You see how I'm sending greetings. Salamu za Hallelujah. Anyway, so where was I? So we go back to the hostel. So I was staying with Vicky, and the next day is Sunday, and I need to leave Malti. Oops, I need I need to leave this uni and go back to my uni. And so I text the guy, and he's not responsive. So I text one of his friends, and I'm like, oh, okay. I've been at my cousin's and we've not had a chance to meet all of you guys. So tomorrow I can pass by. Oh, we can meet tomorrow before I leave. And so the friend tells me, you can pass by our room. This is the room number. This. I'm like, okay, sure. And then we all go to sleep. Rather, I go to sleep with my friend, Vicky, whoever was hosting me. And then for them, I don't know. So the next day, Sunday, I was going to church with Vicky in town. And yes, I know you people will come for me. Yes. When I was in first year, I was not really that much into Adventism or going to church on Saturday. Yes, I've been born and raised in an Adventist home, but it's first year, we're in uni again, all through my high school, primary. I was going to church on Sunday in school, so it's first year, that is what I was. Sometimes I did have a problem with it. So yeah, on that Sunday I was going to, not that I have a problem, anyway. So yeah, that Sunday I was going to church with Vicky, the church was in town. So before we left, I went to this guy's room to say goodbye. And then when I got there, you say Nairobi is a big... yes, it's a big... Oh. He was with another babe, in case you're still wondering what is happening. Yeah. Fast forward to a year later, one of the friends reaches out. One day we were talking and he's like, you remember when so-and-so came to visit you? And I'm like, yeah. It was a bet. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, at that time I don't say he didn't have money, but he didn't. And again, if you're seeing this and you're that guy, it's almost been 10 years. It's been 10 years. So yeah, we're 2024. Yeah, it's been 10 years. So no bad blood by the way. And even, yeah. So yeah, I'm told he didn't have the cash to come. And so the friends told him, we'll give you, it was a bet. And well, we'll give you money. You go and see this babe, which is me, in their uni. Like the money for transport and what you're going to spend and whatnot. On condition that, this is embarrassing to say. Anyway, on condition that you get to sleep with her. I don't want to say boys being boys and yeah. Anyway. And so he comes. It didn't happen. And he goes back and he tells them it didn't happen. So the condition was if he doesn't manage, he has to return the money. And he didn't have it. So he had already spent what he had spent. And so they told him, if you cannot return the money, there's this babe in our uni that she's also a fine girl, if you manage to, yeah, you're not going to return the money. And so that is the lady I found him with. And I'm like telling myself, what? Okay, so I was thinking of the whole story and I'm just thinking, who are your friends? Who are my friends? Yeah, and I want us to go now to the Bible because I think I've just do enough. In the Bible, in 2 Samuel chapter 13, the story of Amnon and Tamar. Amnon sees Tamar, and they say he loves her. I think that's even last because of how he treats her afterwards. Anyway, let's just say he lusts after her. And you know who Jonadab, his advisor, you know what he tells him? Pretend that you're sick and then lie down and ask your father to ask of Tama now to come and make food in your watching and then serve you. But then, even as you can see from my face, I'm disturbed with the whole story. But anyway, and he does that. He pretends that he's sick, and he asks the father to order to ask of Tamar to come and do preparation for the food and to feed him and whatnot. And obviously Tamar has to comply to what is asked of her. And she does the kneading of the dough, makes bread and feeds him. And yeah, we know what happens next. He rapes Tamar. And I'm just thinking, if this person did not advise him to do this, probably he would have just thought of it, or maybe he would have come up with a different way of doing it. I don't know. But in this case, he's advised, just pretend, and he follows that advice. My friend was advised to, you know what, go try. I thank God I didn't fall for it. I really, really, really thank God, because at this point I think if that would have happened, and I later learned that I was just a bet, as much as yes, he seemed interested, I think that would have been okay. I'm disturbed, as you can see, but anyway, back to the Bible. I was just thinking, who's your advisor? Who's your friend? You know, he rapes Tamar, and how he treats her after that, he throws her out, and Tamar begs with him and says, "You throwing me out is even worse than what you've just done to me." Anyway, long story short, we see Absalom, the brother to Tamar, later on kills Amnon. Even though it's 2 years later, but still, it leads to his death. And I don't want to say of what has happened to that guy after that. His friends, okay, I hope he's successful right now. But this guy, okay, I'm trying to find a way of just saying this in a good way that will not sound like I'm judging either the friends or him. But yeah, in the direction that we take, or the advice that we take to mind, it leads either to our growth or our downfall. And as I said, unfortunately for the guy, I can't even remember if the lady did, but unfortunately for the guy, he dropped off school at some point, and I don't think he ever went back. And the friends finished school. The friends are doing okay. I just hope he's also doing okay where he is. Yeah, let's just hope so. But who are your friends? Who are your advisors? And the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 13 verse 20, I'll just read, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." I tend to try and just look around the people I surround myself with. I'm like, are they people, when I tell them I want to do this, will they support me in doing that which is bad? Or will they call me out and tell me, "Emily, this, oh, you should have been doing this." Not recently I was talking to, and I see the clock, my time is almost up. But recently I was talking to a friend who was telling me, oh, there's this guy who's dating 2 chicks, and I'll say we, were making fun about it. And it really disturbed me. And I was like, oh, that's not right. You're supposed to call him out and tell him this is not right. And I'm just thinking, do we call our friends out? Or we are those friends that say, as long as you're happy. You know, when someone tells you that you're making a wrong decision, but they cannot tell you you're making a wrong decision, they just tell me, okay, as long as you're happy. And then when I want to say kukidoka, because I don't have an English word for it, yeah, when things go south, will they be there to even, I don't know. But honestly, this was just to tell you, to give you a story of, I feel like I don't know, like that's how much speechless I am. But this is just to tell someone out here, I don't know who your friends are. I don't know what advice you're taking from them. It may not even be relationship wise. It may be life, career. It may be spiritual. Your spiritual life. Like, I'm that speechless. I don't know who you're keeping as your company. I'll just read again from 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. It says, and I know we know this verse. We've used it before. It says, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. We've been told that even with our parents, even when we were growing up. Bad company corrupts good moral. And then verse 34 says, come back to your senses as you ought and stop sinning. For there are some who are ignorant of God. I say this to your shame. Come back to your senses, by the way. Just analyze, who are my friends? What do they stand for? Are they people that will call me out when I want to do something wrong? Or are they the same people who will direct me into doing wrong? And if they are, then change your friends, man. Change your friends. Change your friends. You know what? If they don't call you out, they don't love you. Yes. So just check and see. Do my friends really love me? Do they really care for my good? You know, focus on the good. Yeah. Do they really love me? Ouch, I'm tired. Do they really love me? Do they care for that which will make me grow? But if they don't, it's time to change your friends. You'd rather walk alone. Okay, thank you, guys. I am tired of sitting down. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching this, and yeah, choose wise friends. Yeah, bye.